Hello everyone. In this video, we're going to understand concept of constructors. Now, what is constructor? Guys, constructors are just like methods, but the difference is that it is used to initialize the objects. So constructors are not used like methods, but yes, it is created like methods. So you can create constructor with parameter, without parameter, but there will be no return type attached to the constructor. So some of the bullet points associated with constructor are: first of all, constructor will not have any return type. So will not have any return type like methods. Second point is constructors are used to initialize objects. Third point is constructor name must be same as class name. So constructor name and class name must be same. Guys, constructor is created whenever the object of class is created. So guys, whenever you create object of class, let's say new class name, when you create object of any class, by default constructor get created. Let's implement concept of constructor. So I'm going to create a new class, naming it as constructor example. Include the main method in it. Click on finish. Now, like method, you can create constructor outside the main method. So here, how to create constructor? You will write public access modifier. So guys, access modifier which you can associate with it: public, private, default, protected. So these are the access modifier which you can associate with it according to your requirement. I'm creating a public constructor. So public, name of the constructor. Now name of the constructor must be same as your class name. So in this case, my class name is constructor example with body. So your constructor is created. We need not to write any return type because, as I told you, constructor will not return you any value. So it will just execute set of statements inside it. So I'm just writing one statement inside it: system.out.println and default constructor. So guys, constructor without parameter is also known as default constructor. Now let's say I want to call this constructor. How to call a constructor? Whenever you will create object of any class, by default constructor will be called. You must note this point because in interview they definitely ask you this question. So how to call any constructor? Whenever you will create object of the class, constructor will be called. So let's create object of the class, new constructor example. This is name of my class. And now I'm going to refer it. So reference can be name of the class again, obj, assign this. Let's execute this. So I need not to write obj dot. I need not to write that because when you create any object, by default constructor is called. So let's execute it. I'm going to click on run button, execute it, and look at this. It's displaying me default constructor. Why? Because when I create object, it will automatically call the default constructor which I have created. Guys, if you will not create default constructor, then also it will be created by default. That's why the name is default constructor. So let's say if I make it comment, I'm going to make it comment now. Close it. This is how you give multiple line comment. Slash star, star slash, where you want to end it. Let's say I want to execute this now. It got executed because whenever you will create any object, by default Java will create default constructor. That is why the name is default constructor. So no matter you're creating, you're not creating, Java will create it by default and it will be called whenever you're creating an object of the class. Now I will show you how to create constructor with parameter. So guys, as I've told you, constructor name and class name must be same. Now how I can create another constructor? If you remember, this is a concept of method overloading. So same concept applies for constructor overloading. Now what is constructor overloading? This is like mostly asked question in the interview. Constructor overloading is same as method overloading. That means if you want to create constructor with the same name, you can do that, but number of parameters should be different. So here, if I want to create another constructor, I will write public. So I don't have any option in constructor name. Constructor name must be same as my class name. So here I will write name of my class. Let's say I just write this thing now. Look at this. It start giving me error. Yes, because you cannot create same name of constructor if the parameters are also same. So here also I'm not passing any parameter, and here also I'm not passing any parameter. So it is the same constructor. If you want to implement this, you need to provide parameters inside it. So here I'm writing string, any variable name, comma, int, age. So it's not giving me any error now. Now, if you want to call this particular constructor, I'm going to write body of this constructor. So let's say system.out.println, and I want to display name in it. And second one is I want to display age also. So system.out.println age. So it is println age. Now, if I want to call this particular constructor, I cannot call with this line, because this is to call default constructor. Guys, as I've told you, default constructor means constructor without parameters. And whenever you create any object, by default, you're calling a default constructor. Now I don't want to call default constructor. Now I want to call constructor with parameter. In order to do so, you need to pass values in this bracket. So this arguments which you have in the constructor, you can pass it over here. Like what value you want to give to this name and what value you want to give to this age. Let's say I want to give name as ABC. So first, because the data type is string, I'm writing ABC, comma. Second, I want to give value for age. So I'm writing 30 here. If you want to execute it, let's see what we will get when we'll execute it. So I'm going to execute it and look at this. I'm getting ABC 30 because my constructor is saying first print me value of name parameter and then print me value for age parameter. Where I passed name and age, I passed inside the object. So whenever you call any object, actually you're calling a constructor. If you have not created any constructor, Java will automatically create a constructor in which any global variables or any methods, it will be by default copied in it and that will be displayed. That's what we know till now. But the point which you need to understand here is by default Java will create constructor, but that constructor is called default constructor without parameters. If you will not even create it, Java will create it, but Java will not create constructor with parameters. So constructor with parameters, if you want to create, you can create it like this. And if you want to pass values to its parameters, you can pass it inside the object, inside the brackets of object. Now you might be thinking why we are doing this, because if we want to provide value to any of the method, we can create method also in this case. First of all, we cannot compare method with constructor because method is something which is returning you value at the time of execution, whereas constructor won't return you any value. Why we are creating it? Let's understand this with the help of example. Let's say guys, I've created employees class and I've declared 3 global variables in it: string, name, int, age, then department number. Okay. Now I created 3 variables. I want to assign different values to these variables. I can create objects. We are very much aware with this concept that I can create 3. Let's say I can create objects for it. So here these variables will be copied. I'll get name, I'll get age, I will get department number. Whenever you create any object, global variables or methods will get copied inside it. And it will get initialized also. But you know what? It will be initialized with the values called, if it is a string, then null. If it is number, then 0. 0. This is concept with every object. Whenever you create object, by default, variables will be copied and they will be initialized also. Later, when you provide them value, these values will be replaced. So whenever you write, let's say reference for this object is A. So I will be referring this object with A. So whenever I write A dot and I use name, I'm actually replacing this null with the value which I want to give here. So here, let's say I want to give value as Rahul. So what I'm doing is value is already initialized in the object. I'm just changing it with Rahul because this is variable and I can change the value. So this is how it works. Let's say guys, if there are thousands of variables, right? I have to write this line 1,000 times. A dot, A dot, A dot, and so on, right? Many times I have to write. And same for the second object. If there is second object, then again I have to write B dot name, B dot age, B dot department number. Line of code will exceed. So I will have lots of lines in my code. Now, instead of initializing it with the help of variable, why can't I have something that whenever I create this object, so whenever I create this, let me show you. So reference for this object is B, let's say. Whenever I create this object with the reference B, one constructor will automatically get created. So all these variables will be part of it. Name, age, that's a department number. And at the same time, I can pass value to them. I need not to write this line of code again and again. I need not to write A dot something, B dot. At the same time, I'm passing values. So it's going to first of all reduce my line of code. So if I'm creating my constructor with parameter, I'm passing all these values in one line only. I need not to write the reference dot, then name, A dot, then age, then department number. At the same time, in the parameters, I can pass name, age, department number. And if there are 1,000 variables also, I can pass all 1,000 in the same constructor with parameters. I can write all variables in the constructor as a parameter like this. So let's say I want to create a constructor. So how I will do it? I will write public class name. So in this case, my class name is employees. And here I can pass these variables. I can write name, age, department number. So now how to call it? I will be simply create object of this class. So I will write new employees. And refer it with some reference name. Now, instead of writing A dot name, A dot age, A dot department number, I can simply pass these values for name, age, department number in this brackets. I mean, both of them will solve your purpose, but here line of code is exceeding. It's like too many lines you have to write if number of variables or properties are more. Instead of writing this again and again, you can just create one constructor with parameters and pass value in these brackets. So instead of writing this is a wrong approach. you can simply write employees, name of my class, A, assign new employees, and in bracket you can pass the value. You can write ABC, which is passing value for name, age, department number, and that's all. So this reduce your line of code. If there are 1,000 variables also, you can write in this bracket only instead of writing a dot name, a dot age, a dot department number. Both of the approach is okay, but here your line of code is reduced. Here your line of code is reduced to just one line. But here you have to write 1,000 lines to give value to initialize a particular variable. So this is the advantage of using constructor. Constructor actually helps you to reduce line of code. And if you want to initialize any variable, you can just create an object and pass parameters in the brackets of object. So you can pass parameters here. So both of the approaches are there. But why this is more beneficial? Because this is actually reducing your line of code. And here you have to write lots of lines if there are more variables or properties of a class. So that is why constructors are very important in programming language. So look at this. This is how you practically work on that. Let's understand one more concept now. Concept of this keyword. I'm going to globally declare these variables now. So string name int age. Now you know that this name and this name are two different things. This is global variable or class variable, whereas this is parameters which you are passing here. So this is the parameters which you have passed in the constructor. So whenever you pass values here in the object, ABC is going to this name and 30 is going to this age. But what about I want to initialize these variables also, right? Because with the help of object, you can initialize them. But here, this is going to this and this, but not going to this. This is still sitting there without getting any value. As we know, when we write obj dot, I can give value to this age and this name. But by creating constructor with parameter, I'm actually passing value to this name and this age, which are the parameters here. You can write anything here. Let's say I'm writing N and I'm writing A here. I'm passing value, this ABC is going to N and this 30 is going to A. This ABC is not assigned to this name and this 30 is not assigned to this age. My purpose to create any object is to pass values to these global variables. In this example, I want to pass values to these variables. Let's say there are 10 people. I want to give different values to name and age, right? But with this, I'm actually passing value to these parameters, not to these variables. So my job is not done yet. Yes, with the help of constructor, I'm reducing line of code, but still my purpose is not solved because I'm not able to pass value to these variables. Instead, I'm passing value to these parameters. So let's say this is name and this is age. So I am passing value to these parameters instead of passing it to these variables. So let's understand this. This is my local variable and this is my global variables. If name of your local variable and global variable is same, then you can simply write this syntax. This dot class variables is equal to local variable. Then what will happen? Value given to local variable will be assigned to your class variable with the help of this keyword. This is very famous interview question that what is this keyword? This keyword is a reference variable that refers to the current object of the method or a constructor. The main purpose of using this keyword in Java is to remove confusion between class attributes and parameters that have same names. So here parameters and class attributes have same names and you want to pass value from this name to this name. So let's convert this into a syntax. So we'll write this dot, look at this, name of my class variable, assign name. Look at this color. Guys, color convention in Java is very important. Look at this. This color is blue. That means this is this name. It is highlighting also when you are selecting. And this name over here is this name. So now what will happen in this case? ABC will be assigned to name and name is assigned to my global variable with the help of this keyword. This keyword will be used only if your name of global variable and local parameter is same. If it is different, let's say here I'm writing name1, then you can simply write name assign name1. We need not to use this keyword in that case. So here name1, anyhow purpose is same. I need to initialize this variable. I want to give value to this variable. So instead of writing this dot name, I can simply write name assign name1, because name of my local parameter and global variable is different, and I can simply write this line and assign value to it. If both of them are same, if my local parameter and global variable is same, I cannot write like this, name assign name, because then your JVM will get confused that which name you are talking about, because this is also name and this is also name. So name assign name. So here, look at this. Both of them are referring to this name. If I want to tell them that this is class variable name, then this represent my class. This represent your current class. Whenever you will write this dot, you will see all global variables, class level variables. And here you can write name. So this keyword is used to refer the global variable or instance variable of the class. So this is a concept of constructors. So let's have overview what we discussed till now. So first point, you can create constructor in same way like you create methods. Difference is method will have return type, whereas constructor will never have any return type. Name of the constructor and name of the class should be same. If you want to call constructor, you can call it by creating an object. Constructor without parameter is called default constructor. If you will not create it, JVM will automatically create default constructor whenever you will create object of it. You can create constructor with parameters. Name of the constructors should be always class name. Yes, you cannot create two constructors with the same name. So how we can differentiate it? We can differentiate it with parameters. So number of parameters in two constructors should be different. So this is called constructor overloading concept. If you want to pass value, now why we are creating constructors? Because if you will not create constructor and you will try to initialize this global variables, we need to write obj dot many number of times, depends upon the global variables. If you have 1000 global variables, you have to write obj dot 1000 times. Instead of this, we can pass value in the constructor as a parameter. If there are 1000 variables, I can pass 1000 variables here. And whenever you are creating an object, here only you can pass value to that. Now there is a catch in this also. When you are passing value at the time of object calling, these values will be passed to these local parameters. Still, these variables will not get initialized. If I want to initialize these variables, I have to write in the body that this variable value should be assigned to global variable. Now, in case your local parameter and global variables name is same, we need to write this keyword. So this is to refer the global variable, and then you can assign value to it as local parameter. So it is always a good idea to give same parameter name as your global name, because it will reduce your confusion. If I'm writing here name1, age1, and here also name and age is there. First of all, line of code will increase, lots of parameters will get created, and there will be a lot of confusion. So it's always a good idea to keep the same parameter name as your global variable name. So constructor is one of the most important topic in any object-oriented language. That's all for this video. Thanks for now.